Most likely, if you are watching this video, you have heard about r/FashionReps. If you haven't, it's a subreddit with over 400,000 members where the main discussion is replica fashion. On this glorious subreddit, you can find individuals sharing their recent replica clothing pickups, unfunny memes, horrible outfits, and incompetent morons. Seriously, I would say half of the posts consist of people showing off their horribly put together outfits, throwing every hype item together, thinking just because they are replicas and they are cheap, they can dress decently. And then you have the new users who beg for quality checks, legit checks, and asking how to buy off a Taobao. When I started my YouTube journey, I was making videos, clothing reviews, and other content surrounding replicas. Around 8 months ago, I pulled the plug just like grandma on the ER and decided to make a switch for the best and leave the replica scene in the past. Almost like that one scene in Fast and Furious 7. When I changed content, I thought that was the end of replicas on this channel. I shined all the light onto the community that I could. Now I'm back, but this time I'm shining a different type of light. Before I get crucified, I just have to preface something and prepare myself for an argument after this video goes live. I have a special place for replicas in my heart. I would never go back to buying resell and dealing with all the resell hypebeast retards. I still buy, wear, and even browse the subreddit. I even made a second channel to specifically cater to those subscribed just for my old content. Now that we cleared everything up and you can't call me a hypocrite, the main purpose of this video is to inform and enlighten those in the dark about the seriousness of these allegations. When going on to r/FashionReps, for new users, the process is very confusing and where to start is unknown. Many newcomers are worried about, since they are buying from China, they can get scammed, they could lose their social security number, they could get hacked, they could lose their mortgage on their house, all these possibilities because you're buying off of China. That is why the subreddit offers the drop-down tab of popular and trusted sellers. These trusted sellers have solidified themselves on the subreddit for years by ensuring that you can trust them from buying from them and the transaction will go smoothly. You'd think if one of these trusted sellers have had repeated offenses, doing horrible business practices, they would be removed, maybe even put on a temporary ban list. No, it's the opposite. These quote-unquote trusted sellers on this list are because they are paying the FashionReps mod team to be on that list. Looking at r/rep sneakers, they offer the same concept of displaying sellers on the front page of their Reddit, and also once you visit their trusted sellers tabs, there is a display of names. There was a post made a little while ago that documents all the quality check photos that have been posted to the subreddit this month. Funny how UABat and 168 Shops, the sellers who aren't on the trusted seller tabs, but yet they're in the top 5s of sales and posts in the subreddit. Both of them are outdoing people who are on the hot link and the trusted sellers tabs. I decided to message some sellers who are currently on the trusted sellers tab. Only one responded to me. PK, a longtime seller who is displayed on the trusted seller tab and the hot links tab on the front page, was quick to ask why I was asking these questions. Do you pay r/FashionReps? Why you ask this? This is business secret. Are you lying to me? Already told you, this is business secret. Can't tell anymore. I also reached out to now banned sellers, even getting a response and a confession. Hi, I noticed you are put on the blacklist from having your sneakers posted on r/rep sneakers. What happened to have you put on that list? Because we didn't pay any money to the mod this year. Okay, but you got blacklisted for not paying? Yes. Not only is this a shitty practice to deceive and deter users from buying from any other seller that isn't being paid to put on that list, it is also extremely against Reddit's TOS. Under the moderation tab, it states, "You may not perform moderation actions in return for any form of compensation, consideration, gift, or favor from third parties." These trusted sellers aren't trusted. They have established a name and reputation on these subreddits by paying their way there. This limits the opportunity for any new seller to make way and get popularity. The word trusted is bullshit. These sellers should be labeled as maybe, I don't know, promoted? So at least there's some transparency there. Trusted is not the word at all. Sadly, sellers are not the only one dishing out money to the subreddit. Looking at the top of r/FashionReps, it is a guide made by a moderator from over a year now on how to buy off of WeGoBuy. Note, there is nowhere to be seen that this is a promotion post. Even though it states in the Reddit TOS, and it is a normalcy to have transparency when a post is promoted. WeGoBuy is an agent in China who deals with all orders acting like a middleman for easier purchasing. WeGoBuy is the main agent used by the majority of users on FashionReps, as from claims that they are the safest, easiest, and the most trustworthy. Not only on the guide post, but along the right side tabs, you are greeted by an opportunity to get a free $40 off your shipping cost by signing up using the FashionReps link. Every time this affiliate link is used, allegedly, the FashionReps mod team is getting 10% of every time you ship out a haul. Here are screenshots of a regular affiliate of WeGoBuy. As you can see, every time someone ships out a haul, there is a percentage bonus that is given to the affiliates. Here's what a total balance looks like for an affiliate working for WeGoBuy. This money can get withdrawn using PayPal and then actually turn into real cash. This is nothing to be shocked about, considering this is an average practice with any company working with any big creator, YouTuber, whatever. It's a promotion deal. You get customers to click and sign up with your link and you get money. But what happens when WeGoBuy has some competition on the subreddit? Let me introduce you to an agent called SugarGoo. Just like WeGoBuy, SugarGoo acts the same by providing a service as a middleman to easily get your Chinese clothes to your doorstep. It's widely known that SugarGoo is significantly cheaper than its competition, WeGoBuy. SuperBuy, another agent that owns WeGoBuy, is sending messages to those who are using SugarGoo, informing them that SugarGoo is unsafe and that a transfer over of products to their warehouse is the safest option, essentially stealing SugarGoo's customers. Just like trusted sellers, when receiving horrible posts made about them, it goes unnoticed by the mod team. Since there isn't a large market of Chinese agents, once SugarGoo made their presence known on FashionReps, they were immediately blacklisted. SugarGoo and all related SugarGoo posts were put on a blacklist for security reasons, suspected customer information being sold, spam email advertising, and fake parcel numbers. With simple research, all these claims can be debunked very easily. With all these minuscule claims, was it right that SugarGoo got banned? Or does WeGoBuy want to have complete control over a market and are willing to influence the moderation team and blacklist those who are competing with them? It is estimated that to be promoted on FashionReps and Rep Sneakers, WeGoBuy is paying the subreddit almost $30,000 a month. That is a rough estimate that cannot be absolutely confirmed, but from an outside source located in China, they reached out to the moderators of FashionReps offering $10,000 a month, and no further cooperation was continued. Essentially, WeGoBuy owns the subreddit. If any other agent tries to reach out and pay to be promoted on the front page, that is blocked and shut down by WeGoBuy, almost like LeBron James' chase down block on Andre Iguodala in Game 7 of the finals. Let me introduce you to Zat Jingle. Zat Jingle, abbreviated as Zat just so it's easier for me to say, owns FashionReps and Rep Sneakers. A blacklisted agent previously reached out to Zat. The deal was they would send money to Zat in exchange to be promoted and featured on the subreddit sidebar. This agent roughly sent over $4,000. All that money sent to Zat was worthless, considering WeGoBuy was paying more and was able to pay out the money, not to have any more competition and have full rule over the subreddit. After this blacklisted agent found this out, allegedly, Zat did not even refund the $4,000, kept it, and moved on. If this isn't shitty, then I don't know what is. Here's a screenshot between a moderator and an agent trying to negotiate a deal to be promoted. I know I could do better, but WeGoBuy won't let me talk about it. WeGoBuy has complete control over the subreddit and is playing around with the moderators like a puppet master. WeGoBuy is spending copious amounts of money to be promoted and get all the customers of FashionReps and Rep Sneakers. Bruh. It is almost like a dictatorship where WeGoBuy is controlling the moderators. If the mods even contemplate an idea of another agent being promoted, WeGoBuy will either pay them out or even not allow the funds to be withdrawn by all those new customers clicking on the sidebar tab and signing up with FashionReps code. To finalize my thoughts, do a brief overview and collect my thoughts just so everyone can understand what I'm saying. I have bought from numerous sellers who aren't featured on the Trusted Sellers tab, and I've had a decent and good customer service with them. They ship out quick, nothing wrong. The whole premise of trusted is a sham and just a way for sellers to pay and get promoted to get more sales, drive revenue, and continue growing their business. Even trusted sellers can make horrible mistakes and receive zero repercussion. Then when a seller who doesn't pay to be promoted, one mistake happens, their consequences are worse and harsher. It isn't fair, and there needs to be some transparency between these two subreddits, or something really bad is going to happen. It isn't fair for new people trying to buy replicas because they get shoveled information and they have all these quote-unquote sources where to buy from. They have all these sellers, everything they need, but really they're just falling into the trap of these trusted sellers, as in a way that anyone else isn't trusted besides these sellers on the subreddit. You have to buy from these sellers from the subreddit. It's bullshit. It isn't like that. There needs to be transparency.
I love the way you walk, love the way you talk, love the way you illuminate my heart. Shorty so beautiful, make a brother wanna start. But before we get into that, I'ma take it to the start.